sold it last year. Business doesn't care if you're tired. 8K numbers. I've never been to Henry's before. This was $5. Attempt to make cream of rice. This is the first time I'm ever doing this. I really struggled with my weight for a long time. It was with a brain infection, which gave me steroids, which made me put on a lot of weight. One has their demons. Some people eat. I was eating and I was buying clothes. A lot of like failed attempts because dream car, you want a Range Rover? I slept until 7:30, which is very nice. This is heat protectant, so good. Hey guys. It's like doing something very strange. Extroverted introvert. Okay, a little hack that I do is I try and stay in routine every single day. So today, for example, is a rest day from gym. I just did 15 minutes of my programmed cardio and I just did my steps. So basically, my steps aren't included in my cardio. So how many steps I did on the Stairmaster or any cardio of choice, I will deduct that off my total. So for example, when I finished 15 minutes of the Stairmaster, it was 2,000. My step goal is between 10 to 11. So then I will get to 13 or 12 today. So, but moral of what I'm trying to say is I just try and stay in routine. I feel like the days that I have a sleep in, I just feel slower, shitter, I don't know, slower, like mentally. So I find that even though I want to have like a sleep in, it just doesn't really help me and my case and my brain and all that kind of stuff. It just helps me stay in routine. Obviously, on Saturdays, I start work at the time I will go to gym. So I get up for work at that time. So Saturdays is a full-blown, I don't go to the gym. But for every other day, and sometimes Thursday, but I will still get up a little bit. It just depends like what kind of time I'm working. For reference, if you don't know, I am also a hairdresser. So on Thursdays, sometimes I'll finish at 6, sometimes I'll finish at 9, sometimes I'll finish at 8. Like, so if I'm working late, I actually will give myself a little bit of a lie-in, but it's still around 7 o'clock getting up. And I just find that when I do that, I am so much like sluggish. But at the same time, like, I need to make sure that I'm getting enough sleep. But honestly, like, I feel like as a business owner, you can actually just like live off no sleep. It doesn't really give you a choice. Your business doesn't care if you're tired, aka pretty much. It doesn't care if you're tired, it doesn't care if you're stressed, it doesn't care. Like, it just is what it is. So if anything, having a hair salon, I sold it last year. Having a hair salon like taught me to be like 6 times tougher. So that's what I just embody in my entire world. Anyway, today is Tuesday. I've got a day of check-ins. I just did, like I said, my cardio. I just did 8,000 steps on the treadmill, 6,000 steps on treadmill because we're taking off the 2,000. I'm gonna go for a walk later with Matt, so I'm leaving a couple of steps there. And today's just check-in day. I'm gonna do about 7 check-ins, and then I have some new training blocks I'll send out and see like where everyone's at and what they want and all that kind of stuff. And that will be my day. It will honestly fly. It doesn't sound like much, but it's like that's a full day of me sitting on my butt. It's now 8:12 and I'm gonna go home, eat breakfast and start more check-ins. I just did them on the treadmill, and honestly, taking your laptop on the treadmill at the gym is like the best hack. I actually did all my studying by going to the gym and doing my steps and my study. It just makes you lock in way more. So don't be afraid to do that, guys. Hello and good morning again. Just finished gym. I just trained legs. I feel like I gaslit myself. I was like looking, I got a new gym program. I change my gym program maybe twice a year if I'm lucky. I don't know, I just like progressing until I really can't progress anymore, and then I'm like, okay, cool, new block. My coach will give me a new block. But it doesn't really change too much. But today I did lower, and usually I'll do like lower on the weekend because I have more time and whatever. But I saw that my lower, let me find it, my lower day only had 1, 2, 3, 4 exercises. So I was like, that's so good. But I actually didn't look at them. They were all single leg. So that's like double time. So 4 exercises. Typically it's 8 exercises, and most of them were like 3 sets instead of my usual 2 sets. So it took me so long. But yeah, that's reality, isn't it? So now I know though, and that's a lesson for future self. Don't just like look at the numbers. What? My car is going off? That's fucking strange.
Those things that were unacceptable to me when I was 19. Now I'm 50.
I have no idea what just happened.
They're not like deal breakers.
I was in my car and my car alarm just went off.
Or silly things. And if this chick was...
Okay. Freaky shit. Also just was watching TikTok for a second, and it's apparently like there's like 4 different retrogrades, so I'm kind of feeling a bit like that. I don't know if I feel like I have like post-holiday depression. I don't know, I just feel a bit like today and yesterday and Monday. But that's okay, that's the beauty of life. You can't just have every single good day, but we still show up no matter what. Done 8,000 steps, I trained, drinking like 2 liters of water. Yeah, today's gonna be a good day. So what's on the agenda today is I have check-ins again, 5 check-ins. I'm gonna do a gym program for one of my clients. I have a tattoo removal. I'm getting my tattoos removed at 11. I need to go to Nutrition Warehouse and get some protein. I want to go to Kmart and get some clay. I keep seeing these clay things on TikTok, and I'm like, I actually feel like I want to just do that, to just like, I don't know, do something creative. I don't know if I'll be good at it, but that's the whole point, right? And then I'll just go home and just do more work, which is great. Raining today, but yeah. Anyway, speak to you soon. Actually, I just remembered what I was coming on here to actually say. I just went to the toilet, and like on my way out, like this guy was like, "How's your fingers?" And I was like, "How's my fingers?" I was like, "Oh, like what do you mean?" He's like, "All I ever see you do is be on your phone." And I was like when I'm training or when I'm on the treadmill? And he's like, just always. And I was like, oh well, when I'm on the treadmill I'm working, which is why I'm on my phone. I'm usually working. When I'm in the gym I'm training, so I'm usually just like logging my exercises. I just felt like that was weird, but like I'm trying to have the most kindest interpretation. But I always say to my clients, like, you know, don't go on your phone and don't fluff around, don't do all that kind of shit on your phone, like actually be intentional. And I feel like I am so intentional when I'm at the gym. Like I actually don't want to be on my phone, because I am on my phone a lot because I work on my phone. My phone almost repels me. Like even when I get a text message I'm like, oh, I don't even want to reply because I'm just like repelled by it. So that was a really interesting thing to be told. I don't want to be known as someone who's always on their phone. Like it kind of gives me a bit of fucking ick, to be honest. But anyway, he doesn't know my story, and he doesn't know that I'm working on my phone. So there's that. Okay, I'm gonna attempt to, let me just put this here. I'm gonna attempt to make cream of rice. This is the first time I'm ever doing this. I've just been watching some TikToks on like how to do it. I'm actually gonna try it on the stove first. And they recommend a 1:4 ratio. So basically I have tracked in 45 grams of cream of rice, which will give us a good amount of carbs post-workout as well. So there was a little bit of mixed reviews on like when you should add the protein and rah. Some of them said just mix it all together. Oh, okay, that looks fucking small. That looks like a very small amount, so like, okay. So 46 times 4, 184. Filtered water. Let me see. It's a bit risky doing it like this. 122. What was the thing? 184. I feel like because I use a lot of can just always add more. Because I use a lot of grams in hairdressing, I'm very good at like eyeballing stuff now. So that's 138. So I can always add 46 more. And yeah, I'm going to add it on the stove. That looks like that's not going to be enough. Actually, I'm going to try this method of adding the protein as well, instead of mixing it, making it and then mixing it. So I'm going to try that. That's all we can do. Trial and error. I mean, at this point, I'm fucking starving right now. All I had was my pre-workout meal. I trained and then I did my steps. So I feel like at this point, anything's going to taste good. All right. So onto the stove we go. So just while that's stoving, I got the Good Society cream of rice chocolate flavor, and I got my usual, I don't really have protein often. I usually get a lot of my protein from animal, but I got my usual one that I get, Genetics, and I actually went with double chocolate, which is yummy. Matt has banana, so that's not going to go with my chocolate. I want chocolate. And then I'm going to have one Oreo. Or 1.5 Oreos, 2 Oreos. I think I tracked that in, but I need to track the rest of my day in before I do that. So while this cooks, I will just quickly do that. Just adding a little bit more water because I actually don't like it like clag. I like it a little bit more runnier. Seriously, if anyone has any tips on like these stupid pans, I freaking hate them. I hate cooking with them because they get stuck, and also the cleaning is like impossible. I don't get it. I've just changed spatulas. Yeah, I'm really happy with that. Except for the fact that I'm not happy that this pan has taken a lot of it. I'll show you. Little interval, had to get my doggies out. So I do have some fruit, but I'm gonna have that as a snack a little bit later. I'm gonna crush. How do I even crush that? Baking paper? Baking paper? I'm gonna crush. Yeah, didn't need the maple. I feel like I got the texture good. I don't like it thick. I like it a little bit runnier. Now that pot was hard to clean, I'm actually really happy with my first attempt of the cream of rice. And I was just thinking to myself, hey, I could actually add in my dark chocolate. I use 70 or 80% dark chocolate in Lindt. Could actually like put that in there while it cooks and it can like melt. That could also really be nice. But yeah, I actually feel full, which is quite nice. Quite hungry a lot, like no matter what season I'm in, whether it's like improvement season, which is like building muscle, or like a deficit, I'm hungry, like I swear, like all year round, which not surprised because the more muscle you have, the more energy your body uses, even just at rest. So I feel like what we have been told as women, well, I'm going to speak from my own experience. We were told that like hungry is a bad sign and that like, oh my God, you need to satisfy your every hunger desires. I'm going to be completely honest with you. Like I actually feel hungry quite a lot. Food's not on my mind, but my stomach will be like hungry, you know? And there's nothing wrong with that. I know that I'm eating enough. I know that it's all good. But I just really want to reassure you that if you are constantly someone who is always hungry, there is nothing wrong with that. If anything, I'm going to reverse that and say that there was once a stage where I wasn't hungry. And when I look back at who that person was, she was really stressed. She was really anxious. She was not getting enough sleep. She was running off adrenaline. So basically I'd wake up late for work. No one would know that I was late, but I'd pretty much like wake up, get ready, go, run out the door. And like I was always in a state of fight or flight. So obviously my adrenals were like through the roof. My thyroid was through, like it was just not functioning optimally. So I didn't really feel much desire to eat. However, with that being said, I obviously wouldn't eat much and then I would binge. So I was thinking about this on the way home from getting supplements as well. It's like, I feel like a lot of time women binge because they aren't eating enough in the top end of the day. So like breakfast, snack, lunch, snack, like you're not eating enough in the top end of the day. So then like 3 o'clock comes and you're running off caffeine and adrenaline and that kind of crashes and then you just kind of can't control yourself. I know that was what was true for me. And what has changed in the last 5 years is like having more structure. And that a lot of people think that like structure is restrictive, but in my opinion and in my own, you know, journey, structure has actually been the thing that has given me more freedom. It's kind of like, yeah, it gives you more freedom. And I found that like having more structure with what I'm eating, I am not going off the rails. Like in 5 years, I haven't had a single binge, which is absolutely amazing. As someone who really struggled with binge eating, I was never diagnosed with binge eating disorder, but I definitely had distorted eating patterns around binge eating. So yeah, I think it's just all about like really just like structuring your food and like not overcomplicating it. I always tell my clients like, what are you craving? So have that. Have it in moderation, like anything. Even you just saw like I just tracked my cream of rice on the spot and then I just tracked the rest of my day around that. I obviously have like my base meals, like I am having pepper macros for lunch and then usually I'd have I feel it for dinner, but I'm gonna actually have chicken thigh today just to change the protein source, and I might even have some fish over the weekend. Okay, so I am getting my tattoos removed. It's my finger ones. I think this is like the second or third session now, which is good. It's honestly so fast and over in a second. Just waiting nice and early. I feel like because I work with appointments all the time, I'm always just nice and early and prompt.
Check your trip though.
Yeah, you want to come back?
Did you go solo with your?
Nah, my partner came with me.
Oh, nice.
Alrighty.
I dialed this up to
Yeah.
Actually, he's got.
I actually hate the cold more than.
Yeah, she
Well,
has
look at-
zero issues with this. So.
I had it on, so.
Yeah, it's pretty.
Yeah, if anything, I
pretty
hate the cold. I'm like, the cold.
Yeah.
And the zap, I'm like, that's okay.
Yeah. Especially on the thing. I just snapped
No preference for which one with that one.
What else?
the stress ball.
A stress ball. It's over in 1 second.
So.
I want you to see me as other people doing their thing. You'd be like, oh, that's why
Yeah,
Most people
people
are-
are really bad at it.
Yeah, freaking the fuck out.
Not everyone does. Alright, all done? Wait, is there one on the pinky? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
By far the shortest hand laser.
That's insane.
It's the fucking coldness. It's like the cold is like what gets me.
Yeah.
It's,
I'm like-
it's pretty.
So I sleep well.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
It's
People
better than
freak
me
the
on
fuck
knuckles. I
out.
hate
think
knuckles.
that-
Really? That's
Yeah, yeah.
I got one guy in particular that like just
screams bloody hell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As you would have seen, that just took literally not very long at all. And for me, it didn't, it hurts, right? But I find the coldness hurts the most, and it's over in a second. If I just focus on like breathing and like regulating my nervous system, it's seriously fine. Okay, so I just went to Kmart, and I also went to Henry's. Now, I've never been to Henry's before. This was $5, all of this. So usually veggies and stuff like that are expensive, but I mean, I know that I only got 5 things, but $5 seems like cheap compared to what veggies are usually. I don't know if anyone else does this, but I just went through the entire packet of potatoes to try and get it almost the exact amount that Matt needs. Oh, I just forgot that I'm cutting this for Matt, and he likes his potatoes cut like this. But anyway, I just went through the entire packet and we found it. So persistence. Something that I have found to be really helpful is actually just like cutting everything up, even if you feel like you're gonna have time. Because I feel like what happens for me, and I know this happens to a lot of my clients, you get to a certain stage in the week and you're like, fuck, I'm running on empty and I don't have time, and something pops up or more work has popped up or whatever, and then you find yourself in a little bit of a predicament. So right now I am prepping. It's Wednesday, and like I'm on my lunch break right now. Not that I even have to say that to you, but I'm on my lunch break right now, and I am prepping for the end of my week now. So pretty much starting tomorrow, I am then into my busy workflow. And it's not like that I'm not busy right now, I am. But it just means that I'm navigating 2 jobs in the time frame of 1 job. So tomorrow I'm in hairdressing from 11 o'clock. So then I travel, it takes about an hour to 45 minutes to get to work. So I'm just gonna wash these. You need to wash your veggies before you cut it. Now my fruit and veg has fruit. There's no fruit here. Now my veg has been cleaned. Yeah, so anyway, I'm preparing for the end of my week. Pretty much what I'm trying to say is that the end of my week is busy. Tomorrow I'm in hairdressing until 9 o'clock. Friday I'm in hairdressing very early until 3 o'clock, and then I coach. I just know, like, I know future Maxi is going to be like tired. So I'm cutting all this up, and to some of you guys, you'll be like, oh my God, like what? But honestly, like if I don't cut it up now, I know damn well that I won't be eating it. I know damn well that I won't be eating it. And so many people are like that. So hopefully this tip can help you a little bit. Just never know how to cut pumpkin. Fun fact, I used to hate pumpkin. I love this one. Butternut, I think it is. This one is yummy. The other one's disgusting. This one is yummy. I need to get that out, and then I'll cut that. But for now, I'll just cut the good pieces. But yeah, I never used to like pumpkin, but I love pumpkin now. I put a little bit of oil on it, salt. In the air fryer, I'm gonna steam this before I make it, so then it just cooks really fast. But honestly, this is my hack. Like, this really helps me to kind of like, I don't know, avoid falling off track, because we've all been there, like on Friday night, and you're like tired and you're emotionally drained and you're like, I can't be fucked, and you don't have any meals prepped. So then guess what? You kind of like, you get takeaway, and that there's nothing wrong with takeaway as long as like the intention behind it is, you know, all week you planned on having a meal. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm gonna go out for dinner on Friday night with my partner's mum. That's intentionally planned. That's just not me deciding on Friday night that I'm too tired to cook. That's just me being intentional about it. And so yeah, prepping this shit does make it a lot easier. And I know that this seems like common sense, but the thing is, this is one of the most biggest things that I reflect back to my clients all the time in coaching. Like, they're good, they're prepped for their food Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then come Monday, Tuesday, And then Wednesday night, you know, meetings are happening, they've had to stay back at work, and then they find themselves battling. So how can you avoid that is pretty much the question you want to ask yourself. And so for me, I'm avoiding that by cutting up this kind of stuff. And honestly, if my week was backwards, so for example, my busy days was Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday in the salon, I would have done this on Sunday. So, and before, when I was hairdressing full time, because I hairdress now like 3 to 4 times a week, and I obviously coach Monday to Friday. But there was once a time where I was working full hours at the salon and coaching, and I just did this on a Sunday. I just did all of it on a Sunday. And I just prepped it for the week, and I just put it in a bag. So you can obviously put it in a bowl, whatever you want to do in the fridge. My sister does hers for the entire week, and she's finding if she puts it in a glass container, it keeps way better. So you can also do that. Like, there's so many options. For me, I just honestly put it in this. Probably people are going to say like, oh my God, you're having plastic, but fuck me. I do everything that I can. I can't do everything perfect. It is what it is. But yeah, I don't know. Just a little bit of a cooking riff. Maxie's cooking yaps. Hello, and welcome back to Friday today. It's Friday. I'm currently on the way to the salon. It's 8:15 a.m. Fingers crossed we don't get any traffic. So, something that I've been contemplating a little bit the last, I reckon, week is how much people have like perseverance or like, I don't know, what, for lack of better words, like I'm going to say perseverance for like other people or other situations, but when it comes to themselves and like losing weight, for example, it's like it's not happening fast enough. Like what I was thinking about last night was like, I wanted to have a house for so many years before I bought the house, and I persevered with that. Same thing with my salon, you know, when I got my salon, when I was like the start of my job, I started working in a salon at 14. I wanted to own a salon at 14, and it took me until, I don't know, 23, 24 to get a salon. So many of us have so much patience for everything else, but when it comes to yourself, it's like, it's not happening quick enough. It's like kid tantrum. It's like, why isn't this happening? And then obviously what typically follows that is you falling off whatever you're doing, you know? And the most easiest way to kind of explain that, if maybe your career, you're not really that focused in career or whatever. Okay, what about car? My entire life, my dream car, as like a, when I, you know, knew what cars were, was a Range Rover Evoque. Okay, I wanted a Range Rover Evoque for the minute I turned 18. Couldn't afford it, so I waited. So same thing applies in this. I waited, I worked my ass off to be able to afford a Range Rover. I got the Range Rover, and then like life happens, your, I guess, desires change, and then you're no longer have a Range Rover and now you have a Mercedes, you know? Like, every level is a new devil. But that's not what we're talking about right now. We're talking about perseverance. I had the perseverance to wait. I wanted to have the Range Rover at 18, but I couldn't. I waited, I worked my ass off, I got the Range Rover. Same as my house, same as my body. I wanted this body for as long as I could ever remember. I feel like as soon as I kind of turned around 18, look, I really struggled with my weight for a long time, especially I got diagnosed with a brain infection, which they gave me steroids, which made me put on a lot of weight, and I really felt like that was kind of like the tipping whatever. But it's really, again, convenient for me to blame the steroids when realistically, I remember taking like 2 blocks of chocolates to the nail salon to eat, you know, like, and I would have that as like a nail snack, and I would give the nail lady some chocolate. Like, so yes, it's easy to blame that. And yes, of course, there were situations that was against me, like having steroids, like being in hospital, like taking about 20 different types of medications every day just to survive. I get that. But at the same time, we persevered, and now we are where we are here. But so many times before that, I couldn't persevere because I wasn't getting the results I wanted or expected, keyword, as quick as I wanted, you know? But however long you think it takes you to lose weight, unless you're on a GLP-1, double it. double it, because I actually believe that the work that you do on the inside will then flow onto the outside. And in the past, I feel like I had a lot of like failed attempts because I never really worked what was truly going on inside, like my lack of confidence, or like getting to the root of like why that was happening. Why was my default bad day drive through? Why was my default moody binge eat on chocolate? Like, why was that my default? And now figuring out why and like learning all of that kind of stuff has changed my life. So I guess what I'm trying to say right now is we all have a serious problem with perseverance and just like delayed gratification. And I don't know about you, but I definitely had an ex that was absolutely toxic, who told me he was going to change 100 times and absolutely didn't. And I waited and I gave him the benefit of the doubt. Can you please have the same mindset for yourself? Can you please give yourself the benefit of the doubt that you can do whatever you want to do? Whether this is lose 5 kilos, whether this is lose 10 kilos, whether this is get your dream job, whether this is buy a house, whether this is find an amazing, calm relationship. Trust in yourself that you can do it, like you trust in anyone else. And give yourself fucking grace. You don't just walk into a job and then ask for a pay rise instantly. No, you work at that shit every single day. So same thing applies here. You want a dream car? You want a Range Rover? Work your fucking ass off every single day, which you would do if that's what you wanted, and show up. You want a house, or maybe you got a house. What did you do to get to that house, to get to that point? I bet you worked your ass off every single day. You tracked your funds, you tracked your income, you tracked all the things, and yet you're telling me that you won't track your food because that's toxic. Like, that's the way I see calories, to be honest. It's very much like, it's like money. I'm going out for dinner tonight and I've backtracked what I'm going to eat, and I have an eye fillet. I've tracked in some fries. I just used the McDonald's log. Now I'm eating my day around that to just make sure my goals are hit. It's no different to money. You know, I track my expenses, got to pay my salon rent today, got to pay a couple of bills. No different. So anyway, I hope you liked my little Friday morning riffaroony today. Hello, little update from me. It's now Friday afternoon. I went to the gym on my break, and I just finished my cardio, 15 minutes. I had 30 minutes remaining for the week, and now I only have 15 minutes remaining and a full body session. And then I also just finished my steps whilst doing my business tax account stuff. What's this purchase? What is this? Comments and all that kind of stuff, which was good because I don't really like doing that. I don't feel like I really enjoy doing any of that like business back end kind of stuff. It's just kind of like mundane, delayed gratification type vibes. But we got it done, which is great. And the reason why I was saying this was because I gave myself a reward system. Go do your cardio, finish your steps. The way I was driving there, I was like, oh, I don't want to do this. I'll just do my half an hour like Sunday. No. If you go do that, you can get these after, which I'm excited for today. So I feel like the reward system really helped me along the way. In fact, my reward system, I used to be someone who was very addicted to buying clothes because it made me feel good, right? Everyone has their demons. Some people eat. I was eating and I was buying clothes. But I said to myself, you are not to buy any new clothes, like any new gym clothes, until you stay consistent for 8 weeks. 8 weeks came, bought a new pair of Gymshark. Now I said the same thing. You are not to buy any new piece of any clothing, that also includes work stuff, until you are consistent again for another 8 weeks. Boom. 8 weeks come, new gym leggings, new Gymshark leggings. Because back in the day, back like 5 years ago, Gymshark was the GOAT. So yeah, reward systems. Use that. Stop spending all your money on all this shit and just like give yourself reward systems. Anyway, I'm gonna go home now. It's 4 o'clock. Gonna go home. I just have one client's form reviews to review. All my replies up to date. I actually did the replies while I was on the Stairmaster, which made the Stairmaster go so fast, which is great. The gym was so busy. I've never been to the gym at this time for a long time. Lots of young schoolgirls at the gym, and honestly, I loved it. I love to see it. I love it. and they actually looked like they were enjoying it. When I was a schoolgirl going to the gym, I went because I hated it, and I thought that's what you had to do when you hated your body. So hopefully they are liking it. So it was very busy, but it's also very wholesome to see all their school bags and cute little short shorts, and love it. Hello, it's Saturday, and I honestly have zero to talk to you about today. Hairdresser things, if you know, you know, but I just finished work. I just spent 40 minutes in traffic, which is annoying, but kind of low-key was nice after a busy day. And now I'm having my lunch. It's currently 1:30. Thought I was gonna finish work at 3 o'clock, so that's a slay. But as a extroverted introvert, after work, speaking to people all day, I literally just go mute. If you can relate, let me know. Especially if you're forward facing, like, you know, retail or hospo or hairdresser. So anyway, I've honestly got zero to say. Okay, so I've just had lunch and I've just refueled a little bit, and Matt's like in a full clean up the house mode. Like, he has literally cleaned so much outside, like our barbecue area, gurneyed it, like, you know, that high pressure hose. He's like picking up all the dog poo. He's like mowing the lawns. He's literally, why is that doing that? And I just started to clean up around the house as well. And I was like, you know what, he's doing outside. What makes me feel really good after I finish work is like doing something for myself. And today I'm just tidying up and getting on the washing. But I was thinking while I was doing that, I needed to do a detox on my hair. So I'm going to do a detox on my hair, let that sit on. And then, but it's kind of like, it's got like something in it. So I might have to start this one again and go again. But I just thought while he was doing all that, I'll do my toner, which you're probably thinking like, oh my God, it's so good that you can do your own hair at home. It's a lot. This is now officially like the second time in my entire 16 years of hairdressing that I have ever done my hair by myself at home, especially. It takes way longer. And also, like, I'm a human. I like to, yeah, why is it doing that? Maybe it always does that, but maybe because it's a clear bottle. It's like doing something very strange. It shouldn't. Oh, that's better. Yeah, so I've never really done this at home by myself, but I'm going to do a detox because my hair feels so shit since Bali. So basically this will just help strip out any of like the mineral buildup, which the water is so harsh. Even Matt, as a pool builder who works a lot with chemicals, we saw a pool and it was like a certain color, and he's like, that means that there's a certain amount of like heavy metals in the pool. So I was like, let's not get my hair in this pool then. So I'm going to detox my hair. I'm going to put that in, and then I'm going to put a toner at the top because this will strip out any toner and kind of make your hair a bit warmer. But highly recommend. This is called Urban Alchemy. No, you can't do this at home. Like, literally, you need a hairdresser, but any good hairdresser will be able to do that. It's called Urban Alchemy, like this. There are a couple of other brands as well, but this is the best. So we'll just strip it out. It's also really good for like if you go swimming in chlorine, go to Bali, go traveling anywhere, to be honest, like anywhere, like even London is like heavy metals. And if your hair is like oilier or just like you overall just want like an overhaul, it's really good for it. So I'm going to go and do my detox and then do my toner, but I'm going to have to rinse my head in this tap first because there's no point getting in the shower because you just have to wet it down. So that's what I mean. Like it's a huge thing. Like it's not as easy as like, oh my God, it's so cool. You get to do your own toner at home. Like, no, it's actually fucking annoying. And I would prefer to have my hair done, but my sister's booked out too. And I've got trust issues when it comes to hairdressers, which you guys probably can relate to. Being a hairdresser myself, like I've had the worst experiences ever happen to me. Even like last May, I went to Bali and got my hair blow waved at a really good, expensive blow wave bar, and they fully fried my hair off. And this, you're probably thinking like, you fried your hair off, like doesn't look it. I have transformed it using K18, like I swear by K18. I use K18 shampoo and I use K18 the mask, the leave-in one, religiously. My hair was like a Barbie that you straightened, and it was literally like a Barbie that you straightened. How funny is this also? Like, I vlogged before and I was like, I've got nothing to say. I'm like literally a mute. But then when you like just sit down and have a moment of silence and you eat lunch and then like you start to clean up, you start to feel better. And now here I am talking again. But anyway, what I'm trying to say is my hair got fried off in a really good blow away bar in Bali. Of course, it would only happen to me. But also I'm that much of a good hairdresser and I practice what I preach. And I rejuvenated my hair, and honestly my sister wanted to cut my hair off. Like, she was like, you need to cut it off, and I was like, Taylor, I'm gonna have a panic attack. I cannot have my hair cut off. What are my dogs doing right now? So yeah, that was even challenging in itself, realistically, wasn't it? All right, here goes nothing. It's funny because as a hairdresser, you probably think she has probably everything at home. Do you know how hard it was to find this? I don't have anything at home. Nothing. When I leave the salon, I'm not a hairdresser anymore. I'm not looking at your hair. I'm not looking at anyone's hair. I'm not even looking at my own hair. I'm not even looking at my partner's hair. But yeah, I literally had to search high and low for this. Now this might be a little bit challenging. So you put Glad wrap. Oh no. I don't know why I did it like that. I just thought it would be easier to go underneath. Oh my God. I don't know why I just did that, but I just thought it would be easier to start from underneath. Anyway. I didn't see this in my future for my set day. Oh golly. You just look so, how good do you look when you're in the salon? I feel like in the salon it's like very humbling. Like you're in front of the mirrors with your cape and you just look so ugly and exposed. Like imagine just sitting in the salon like this. Like, hey guys. Anyway, I'm gonna let this cook now. God, how long does this say I'm for? Cool. I can let this cook for at least 5 minutes. The longer the better. So I'll let that cook and I'll clean the house. Okay, so I've done my detox. I did my toner, and I honestly like procrastinated quite a while on like actually getting back in the shower and like having to do the thing because I wasn't really ready. It's kind of weird to be having a shower at like 3 o'clock on a Saturday. Oh, 3:30 on a Saturday. But we're done. We're showered now and hair's detoxed. Put some K18 in, and I'm just gonna like literally just put some products in and let my hair just dry naturally, which is so good. I actually thought while I would put my products in, maybe you'd want to actually kind of see me do that. I don't know, just like riff raff. So for those of you that don't know, I'm also a hairdresser. I have been hairdressing for 16 years now. I started when I was very, very young. I'm 31 in November, which is exciting. So yeah, I'm also a hairdresser. Also, this deodorant is very nice. Put a bit of this. It does leave a little bit of white, so I just kind of like fluff it in a bit. So basically, as a hairdresser, like I mentioned before, hair health is really important to me. And my clients, it's really important to me. I'll never take someone's hair like blonde if their hair can't handle it. And yeah, I don't know. I feel like that's rare, of course. I've got the washing machine on, and then my neighbor has just like put his motorbike on. So I'm so sorry if the sound quality is a bit average, but this is the reality of life, right? It's never going to be perfect. So what I just put in just then was Miracle Treatment. So basically Miracle Treatment does like everything in one. It's really great to take away with you as well. Obviously you just want to be really careful with these knots when your hair is wet. Your hair when it's wet is like pasta when it's cooked. Your hair when it's dry is like pasta when it's non-cooked. So obviously pasta when it's cooked, it's like very fragile and like you can literally just like and it like, you know, but pasta when it's cooked, it's like you have to like actually bend it to break it. So same thing applies. So Miracle treatment is a really good round base treatment like this. There has 14 different benefits in it. For example, adds shine, controls frizz, detangles, la 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 la. The next one I just kind of mixed in with that too was a weightless shine oil. My hair is curly in texture now that it's healthy. So it just adds like really nice shine to that. So I just put that on my mid-lengths to ends. This is heat protectant, so good. This is the best heat protectant in the fucking world. I'll fight you on that. I spray that roots to ends and like a really, really good amount. And you can actually spray that in every single day. I don't straighten my hair. I only blow wave it once a week, if that. Sometimes I'll just let it dry naturally. But I am in the sun and I am walking outside. So I do spray this every single day because it protects it from UVA and UVB. And then I am going to use this one. So this is so good as well. This helps the hair dry faster. I would never, in the salon, I would never dry anyone's hair without putting that in, like honestly. No one likes drying their hair. I don't think any hairdressers even like drying hair, you know? Like it's the boring type of phase in the salon. But that's what I do with my hair. I will let this dry naturally for most of it, and then I'll just go through and just like dry my roots so it doesn't get oily because my hair is like pretty much all natural there. But I think it's really important that we touch on like shampoo and conditioner is really important, but what are you using outside of that? Like leave-in products, they are the things that stay in the hair forever, you know, until you wash your hair again. So you just got to make sure that you are using those. I'll put a link in the description for like my mum's online store. Honestly, like very cute. Like she doesn't even need to be doing that. Like we used to have a salon, and so she sold products on there, and then now she just does that like as a side hustle because she wants our clients, like I'm still hairdressing, my sister's still hairdressing, she wants our clients to be able to get good quality products because there's so many scams out there. Like if you've been on Shein like lately, you'll see that Shein even has K18. Like guys, they are all counterfeit. Like it's like black market. My hands are killing me. I'm just like giving myself a bit of a massage. So yeah, my mum doesn't care. It's not for money. Like let's be real. Like I don't think anyone really makes money off selling hairdressing products. Like let's be real. But she doesn't really care what, like she just sells them for what she pretty much gets them for, to be honest. So yeah, link will be in the description there, and all my favorite products will be listed. But yeah, that's my Saturday. Did I say it was Sunday before? It's Saturday. I feel like because I went out for dinner last night with Matt and his mum, like we just went to like a little Italian restaurant, had I feel it was so delish. I feel like since we do something on Friday nights, it just makes our weekend feel like longer. Like I've worked today. What? It feels like three days in one day. Like, wow. Anyway, it's that day. Gonna do this. We're gonna have a dinner. I feel like Matt's just gotten home. We're gonna have a nice I feel it dinner. I think Matt's gonna have lamb and potentially play with that clay, but my hands are so sore. I got the clay like to just wind down and whatever, but my hands are so sore, and that clay like you have to cut out shit with the clay. So my hands are so sore. I feel like it might just be another night of watching that movie, boxing movie. I can't remember, but it takes us like 4 days to watch one movie because we go to bed early and then we don't really have much wind down time because we're busy. Anyway, catch you. Anyway, this was a whole lot of ramble, so hope you got something out of it. Without the detox, like if you haven't had a toner for ages, and even if you're brunette, you know you can get like clear gloss toners put on your hair. It's like clear nail polish. It just helps so much. So I'm very happy with that. I just dried my roots a little bit and I just like smoothed it the smallest bit because I wanted to see how it feels and like not be oily because I'm a lot natural these days. But yeah, that was my after work excursion. I'm actually really glad I did that. Hello there and good morning. It's currently Sunday, 8:18. We had a nice sleep in. We slept until 7:30, which is very nice. Matt is just out. We just had breakfast. He just made us a fried egg with bacon on an English muffin with some chili oil and some Kewpie. Yum. We always try and like have a cooked breakfast on Sunday. Makes us just feel like luxurious and like it's the weekend. Matt is now outside moving some big bluestone rocks. We have someone coming to collect them because we're just getting rid of them. This whole house was like full of bluestone and they're the most heaviest things in the world. When you do a renovation, I don't really like renovating, and the reason why is because I can't help. I really can't help when it comes to doing things. Like for example, these bluestones are so heavy. I attempted to try and carry a small one once and I couldn't get it up. So it sucks that I can't help. So he's just gone out there to get some bluestone because someone's coming to collect that at 8:30. And then I'm gonna go to the gym with my best friend. We're training. I wouldn't say it's full body because it's typically like some legs and some back. So it's posterior, we should call it. And then we're gonna go for a walk with his sister and her dog and our dogs and just like have a really chill, wholesome. I said that I just want to make sure that I'm having at least an hour on the couch, just like chilling for a moment. And so yeah, Sundays, like I feel like people get stuck in this thing, and I definitely used to be like this, like you want to have a restful Sunday, but you think that that doesn't mean that you can still like go to the gym and do your steps. Like those things actually make me feel rested and happy, I suppose. Like, you know, ticking those boxes. I don't know how. Like, let me know. I mean, if you have children and stuff like that, then I understand like not going to the gym on weekends because it can be maybe hard to step away. But so many people like have their rest day on the weekends, where like for me, Saturday's a rest day because I work at the salon, but Sunday I've got nowhere to be. I'm not rushed. I got nowhere to be, but I'm not rushed. I can just like have my session. I'm gonna do my session, and then I got 15 minutes of cardio left for the week, and I'll get that done too. But like, there's no rush, and it's just like, yeah, you don't have to rush to like, oh my god, I gotta go to work, you know. So I don't really get it. But for me, I just love going to the gym on a Sunday. We've definitely trialed a couple of times like where we didn't go to the gym on Sunday, but I feel like in every single day you should do something for yourself. Do like a little bit of tidy up of like yourself or the house, and then spend 15 minutes like at least on like your appearance, and that just makes you feel so good. So I feel like I do that every single day and I feel really good from it, where in the past I felt like shit and I was like, well, I don't do anything for myself, as in health wise. My house was probably a mess, my room was a mess, my car was a mess, and I didn't care about what I look like. And I feel like when you look good, you feel good, and that feeling then like transpires onto like everything else around you. So that's our Sunday: rest, chill, sleep in, go to the gym, do our steps, go for a walk, get outside. Like, it is such a beautiful morning. This is what it's looking like right now. Let me just get this so you can kind of see. It's like blue skies right now, I think. Oh, it's like foggy skies. But I just love it. Like when the sun is out, everyone just like comes to life, which I am so excited for. So anyway, that's my Sunday. Skinning. This is like just red marks from where it was extracted, so it's like not pimples. I don't think. I have a follow-up appointment I think in like 2 weeks anyway, but it's just like a lot of inflammation and stuff like that, I guess, from when they were being extracted. My skin definitely feels a lot better. It's crazy to think that like this was all just like blackheads, but it's definitely looking a lot better. such a random, seriously such a random experience for me. I'm just gonna put like a little bit of light makeup on. I use the Fenty Skin. I have to mix two. I didn't get as much tan in Bali as I thought. So this is number 4 and this is number 3. And I just kind of like mix them together. In summer, I'm a number 4. Like, probably think I'm number 3 right now, like fully. We don't even have to mix it. But this is basically like a BB cream. I have quite dry skin, which again is very random that I have blackheads because I don't have oily skin. It's quite dry. So if you are someone who has oily skin, I would recommend you not using this, because I like this because it almost like gives me a nice dewy look that it doesn't look like I have dry skin, which is good. Especially like here, dry. As I'm getting older, my skin is changing so much, and I've obviously also like lost a lot of weight. Like all up, my weight loss was nearly 10 kilos. It was just like 0.5 off 10 kilos. So my like injector person, like she always says like I've got such thin skin now, because I don't have a whole lot of body fat as well. So it's like your skin just changes so much. And to be completely frank with you, I didn't really look after my skin until I think 2 years ago, when I was like, holy shit, I'm actually approaching 30 now. Like you can't do the same shit that you were doing because your skin needs to be looked after. Like, and I'm talking like I've never really been like a girly girl. You know, I just wasn't. Like I'd use face wipes to take my makeup off. Sometimes I wouldn't even take my makeup off. Like, yeah. So sometimes I wouldn't even take my makeup off. And don't worry, like my sister, who is like, she is qualified in like skin and stuff, she used to always like rip through me. Like her skin was always so nice. So don't worry if you're thinking that's disgusting. I have a sister, and anything that you say to me, it can't hurt me because I've heard it from her, which is actually funny. Like, which I actually think having a sister is like actually like one of the best things for a girl, because you just end up tougher. You just end up so much tougher. I was saying to a friend last night, like, you know, I've been since Bali, like when you're in Bali, you see a lot of fitness people that you know in the fitness community, and heaps of them like have really amazing bodies online, and you see them in person, you're like, wait, I mean, I absolutely understand angles, but recently I've seen a lot of editing, as in like poles that are meant to be straight are like, it's so crazy how like a pole can just like move around someone's bum, you know? And I was saying last night, like, because unfortunately we've all seen it. Well, people that follow this particular person, and like there's not just one person, there are so many people that edit it and like have these editors on their face and their body. I don't really care about your face because, like, I mean, most of us can tell when you're using a filter, but like when it comes to selling a program and then you're just using Facetune, that's where I kind of have a little bit of a problem. But that's all right. We stay within our integrity and honest and all that kind of stuff, and it will always catch up with them. But what I was saying was, like, having a sister is the best because, you know, in my younger days, I think when I was like 20, I did go through a phase of editing my photos, making my waist smaller, making my waist smaller was like the biggest thing that I would do, because my waist was thick, you know. She was thick. She didn't really care what she ate. And my sister so many times would be like, Maxie, you can tell you edited your photos. Like, don't do that. And at the time, like, it would piss me off because I'm like, that's fucking embarrassing. Like, no, I didn't. Like, you know, annoyed at her because, like, obviously a reflection of me. But I'm glad that she did because, you know, even like what I was just saying just then, like these people are editing their photos and like I've seen them, and I would rather have a sister say like stop doing that and me be pissed off, and like obviously I would always like take them down or whatever, because I didn't want like if my sister saw that it was edited, like everyone knows it's edited, you know. So I think having a sister is like the best because it really just like is like a no bullshit thing, because like your friends will blow smoke up your ass because they actually don't really care. They probably want to embarrass you anyway. You know, a lot of friendship groups are like that. I've all had friends that will be like, that outfit looks so good, so that like you're ugly and they look better than you or something like that, which is yuck. If you have friends like that, I'm so sorry. I'm really grateful I don't have friends like that now, but bloody hell I did. But yeah, sisters are just seriously so good in that aspect, because they just literally tell you how it is. If you look shit, obviously, if you've edited your photos, they will tell you, like, it's really good. But I definitely remember, like, there's one outfit I remember, and I don't even know where I was going, but my hair was like curled. I obviously made my hair look blonde or like white, and I was going somewhere, and it was like a tight dress, and I think I was even in her room, so she probably even took the photos, and then I just edited my waist and made my boobs look way bigger, which is really random. Like, why would I even need to do that? And yeah, like I uploaded it. I spent obviously a few minutes editing it and all that kind of stuff, and she was like, Maxie, like that's fully edited, you can tell, and like it was like blurred and blemished, and like I wouldn't even know what to like look for when it comes to people. Really, I don't care. Like, I don't really follow anyone that does that. But when it comes up on your explore page and you're like, that pole is moving around your bum hole, that's crazy. And then you kind of like just go on their page for a second. You're like, oh, like why is that so blurred over there? And oh, like that, why is that? It just sucks. But anyway, I just feel like having a sister makes you so tough. Having a sister makes you better. And it's funny because even when I owned a salon, you could always tell, I'm just trying to find a brush, you could always tell when someone had siblings or when they didn't, because obviously the ones that had siblings, like, were kind of a little bit tougher, because I'm a middle child, so I was ganged up on for sure. Like, my brother and my sister were like a united front. And I always used to think it's because they have like the same hair color and I had a different hair color. But it made me stronger. Like, it made me so much stronger. And yeah, that's my riff. So I'm sorry if you're only child. Make sure you if you are an only child, just make sure you have real ass friends. Like me, for example. If you were to say to me like, what outfit looks better, you best believe that I'm going to tell you exactly what you probably don't want to hear. But that's how we do things around here. We don't blow smoke up people's ass for the sake of it. Like, I hate that whole like fakeness. Like, oh my god, slay queen, oh my god, you're so amazing, and like behind the back they're like, ew, like that was so gross. I hate that. I'm too old for that. I've not had that in my life for a very, very long time. I reckon since I was like 21. So yeah, if you need a real ass friend, like, send me a DM and I can tell you about your outfit. I'll help you out. And this is my makeup. It's just BB cream, some NARS blush, some Too Faced bronzer. I'm just gonna do a lip stain, which is Satchel, I don't know, like that. And then I'll just put some mascara on and then a gym outfit. Low-key, the people that have just come to get our bluestone, one of them is an older lady and she's actually helping carry them. Maybe I just didn't try hard enough. No, I fucking did try hard. Her beanie has a hole in it. Okay, I know this looks really scary, but this is a lip stain from Satchel. Satchel, S-A-C-H-E-L. really good. I definitely have gotten different ones because they were out of stock, and I regret it so much because this one is definitely the best one there is. So basically you just like let it sit on and then you peel it off and then it stays. It looks black right now, but it's definitely not gonna be black. It's like a darker pinky brown kind of color. And you like let that sit on for as long as you want. You have to do it quite thick. It is actually quite challenging to get on, but I also don't really like reapplying my lip liner 100 times a day, so this is a great way of having really nice defined lips. You can overline them a little bit too, so yeah, honestly recommend, highly recommend. Like 10 out of 10 purchase. Hello, I don't even know if I've even updated YouTube on our pool, but our paving is completely done now. We've done crazy pave, and now we are sealing it. When I say we, I mean Matt. And this is what it looks like. I'm not allowed to go onto it because I have dirty feet. So that's all you can see. This is our shed. When in doubt, read the instructions.
Yeah. And if still in doubt, then what?
Wing it. Bite off more than you can chew and learn to chew it.
And chew like hell. Sure, the surface is clean and bone dry. Well,
It's,
you know,
it's not clean though.
it is clean.
You cleaned it yesterday.
Yeah.
Show me your feet.
No.
So this is like clear nail polish.
Sort of, but it like penetrates the surface down and seals it from the inside. I don't know, should I do the beach first? Or?
Yeah. Yeah, do the beach first. I don't reckon you're gonna have enough.
Please don't. That's what I need to do that.
Sorry, but like it doesn't look. It depends. Is it thick?
That way, because I can see it. I don't know.
I feel like it would have been better off to like do a roller or something. Thoughts?
Yeah. Looks exactly the same as before we started.
No, the lid looks better.
Yeah, it's just because it looks wet. It'll dry out. Natural. But, yeah, I don't know. First time doing crazy paving. First time doing... Well, not the first time, but first time doing it properly. And first time sealing it. So, until we decimate that tree, we're fighting against the hands of the gum tree. But that's okay. Apart from that, not a lot more to tell you. Do you think we should buy the cactuses? Just bang, bang, bang.
Ask YouTube.
Just need 3 big ones. So we can go out there. I'll show you the 3 styles. We're gonna have a
Yeah.
like this here.
Yeah.
Outward.
Cactus, 2.
Straight one. And then maybe 3 is like a little.
Oh. 3 different ones.
Yeah. I think so. 3 like big featuries. Or do we mix it up and not dead center because that'll look too planned. Maybe just off center. Euphoria.
Nah. Not there.
Really?
Isn't there something going to go at the end of the pool or no?
No.
Not a chair.
Not right now, no. One thing at a time.
What do you guys think? Bob? What do you think?
He thinks he can't wait to have some more grass.
Yeah, I know. Sorry, Bobby.
It's going to be pretty good though, Bob. You won't be allowed to win, so you have to use the bathroom.
They are toilet trained to use the bathroom.
Yeah,
You are what you repeatedly do.
we are what we repeatedly do. I was saying that shit years ago now.
Literally.
Anyway.
So you're an oat bowl with peaches.
I got my peaches out and
Is there any for me yet?
Yep. Believe it or not, there's 2 for you.
How many?
120. 120. Is that right, or is it 160? No, it's 60 grams oats, 120 grams. That's 1 serve, yeah.
Sorry, how much?
120?
Isn't one serve 150?
What is it?
160. Do you want to check your MyFitnessPal?
No, it's fine.
How much? Sorry, 120.
What does 120 look like? About.
That.
Yeah, Can you pass the cherries over? So what I'm thinking, tell me what you think of this idea. Pour some of the syrup in to the liquid.
Yep. Oh, yeah.
Do you reckon?
I'm not sure. I don't really know cherries.
Well, I don't know what sort of syrup this is, whether it's like a cherry tasting syrup or just a sugary. That on the mix-in settings, we'll put some chopped chips, some cherries, and I was wanting to get some crushed peanuts, but I fucking forgot to make it like a Rocky Road cherry, chocolate Rocky Road cherry style.
Bobby, you're so cute. I